Hello everybody, this is your boy the Almighty Green Talents coming to today's video, and today's video pertains to yesterday's game against the Washington Commanders. But before I get right into it, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell on top of the video, which is right there, I believe, and also don't forget to smash the like, which is at the bottom of the video, and don't forget to comment after the video is complete. This is a video pertaining to, yes, this game against the Washington Commanders. The Eagles didn't play so fairly well on defense, and I'll get with that in a few minutes in this video. But I'm here to bring you the stats. The Eagles won the game yesterday, 38-31 against the Washington Commanders. It's the Eagles' third 30-point victory this season. But the Eagles had this game won 38-24, and they let the Washington Commanders, Sam Howard, throw a 45-50 yard bomb to one of the wide receivers into the end zone for the score, which made it 38-31, and I couldn't believe that they let that boy do that. Because this is a very first-time quarterback, and you don't let four first-time quarterbacks throw balls into the end zone like that. For some reason, I'm not exactly sure why that happened, but it was a coverage that was busted on the Eagles' end, and I'll speak on that also in this video. But so let's go ahead and get right into the victory. To the stats. Hurts had threw for 38 for 319 yards, 8.4 average touchdown. He threw 4 touchdowns and no interceptions for the first time in a while. And his rating, his rate per game is 135.7, which is not bad. It's probably his second or third 100 plus rating this season. And rushing, you had DeAndre Swift, who had 16 carries for 57 yards, a 3.6 average. He had 9 yards worth of long and 1 score. Hurts had 4 for 6, 1.57 worth of long, no score. And then Gainwell had 2 for -4, which is what Joey Chase was speaking about yesterday in the video, and I really can't blame him. Because we continue to use a player that really not making no impact on the team, and why they happening, I don't know. His long was 0, touchdown was 0. Okay, wide receivers. Okay, AJ Brown had a breakout game once again. It's his 7th 100-yard game. He now owns the record for the most games with over 100 yards receiving, and that's his record. Calvin Johnson had the record with 6, which was tied last week. This week he broke it with over 125 plus yards receiving, and he had 2 scores in this game. 25 was his longest on 8 receptions, which is not bad. 130 yards. And Smith had 7 catches for 99 yards. He had his average was 14.1, 38 was long, and 1 score. Now you might what just say that he had 100 yards receiving, because 99 is just 1 yard shy, just 1 yard shy of the score. So I mean of the range, and he should have had 100 yards, but he didn't. But 99 is actually 100 yards, and if you combine 130 yards plus 99, that's over 200 yards. So you can say both receivers had 200 yards receiving. I mean 200 yards between both of them receiving. Allen Goddard 4 for 36, 9.0, 16 with the long, no score. Gainwell had 5 for 30, 6.0, 17 with the long for score. Jones had 1 for 6, 8.0, 8 with the long, 1 score. Hold on just a minute. I hope I can get this video before the lights start going out. All right, as you can see, I'm at work, y'all. So I might get up 2 more times to keep the light on. Anyway, I just mentioned Julio Jones, but so now we on DeAndre Swift with 2 catches for 7 yards, 3.5 what's the average, 5 what's the long. Now what's it, 5? Yeah, 5 what's the long. No score. And Zacchaeus and OZ had 1 for 5, 5.05 with the long OZ, no score. and Scott had one for 4.040. Okay, now the defense. Kobe Dean had the most tackles of the entire group. He had 12 tackles, 12 tackles for 12 tackles for loss, 1 assist, 0-0-0, and Blankenship had 8 tackles, 1 assist, sack 0. He had 1 interception, 0. Brown had 8 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Kevin Byard in his debut had 7 tackles, 3 assists, 0-0-0. Cunningham had 5 tackles, 2 assists, 0-0-0. And Hassan Reddick had 3 tackles, no assists, 1 sack, no interception, but he also had a 4th fumble. Bradbury had 3 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Tuitulutu had 3 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Slay had 3 tackles, 0-0-0-0. Smith had 2 tackles, 0-0-0-0. And Ricks had 2 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Fletcher Cox had 2 tackles, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Street had one tackle, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Carter had 1 tackle, 1 assist, 0-0-0. We'll speak on Carter also later in the video, or I might make another video different on him coming up later. I might wait until later to do another video on Carter. Milton Williams had one tackle, 0-0-0-0, and Josh Sweat had 1 tackle, 1 assist, 0-0-0. Okay, no kick returns. Punt returns, Brendan Covey had 1 for 25 yards, 25.0 was the average, 25 was the long, no touchdown. At some point this year, he gonna score. He'll get a touchdown at some point in this season. I can't wait. Jake Elliott had field goal 1 for 1. Average was 51.0, long 51, no blocks. He was 5 for 5. Punting, Brian Mann had TOT, 2 tackles for 117 yards. I guess the TOT mean tackles. Average was 58.5. Long was 59. Touchback 1. Inside the 20, none. So there you go. As far as the stats concerned with that. Now, this is what. Hold on for a minute. This is what I wanted to say about what was it? About this overall game perspective. I forget what I was going to talk about, and I was going through the stats. I forget what I was going to say, but I'm going to talk about the overall game. Defense could have did better in the next game. They allowed Sam Howell to throw for almost over 400 yards pass. This man threw for 4 touchdowns and 1 pick in this game. The pick was by none other than Blankenship. I think Blankenship deserves to be the MVP because the fact is he saved the game. This man intercepted the ball, ran it for almost. He ran it past the 50 all the way towards the 30 yard to the Washington Commanders side of the field, and we wound up scoring, and that put 38 points on the scoreboard because it was 31. But after the score off the INT, that kind of did it for us right there. Blankenship this year got about. I think Blankenship got 3 picks this season. If he keep playing the way he's playing, if he can stay injury free, he'll be an All-Pro. Going on now. And so the defense played bad. I mean, they played rather horrible. And nothing much really I can say about the defense side of football, because in this game the offense saved the day. They put up the most points. Like I said, Hurts threw 4 touchdown pass, no picks in this game, which is the first time in a long time this season that he actually did that. I can't recall the last time he did through a two touchdown passes, no picks. I can't remember the last game that was. At some point in one of the videos that I did on the video, go back and check it out. I'm quite sure which one it is, but I can't think on the time because I want to go and get this here done with quick as possible. Offensive line didn't block very well because Hurst got sacked, I think, 3 or 4 times in this game. I think he got, because I had a chance to catch the second, third, and fourth quarter, and catch the first quarter. I caught the second, third, and fourth quarter because I went to church. I wasn't able to see the first quarter. The man got sacked 3 or 4 times in this game, and the Eagles only had 1 sack. So, and that sack was by Hakeem Reddick. And man, you know what? The thing is, but you know what? I can't say very much about the defense because Sean Desai had the defense playing pretty well. The Eagles had just ran to a buzzsaw in the Commanders. Because the Commanders for the last 3 or 5 games have been playing this really tough. And the last game he played was an overtime game in Philadelphia, 31-31. You know what I'm saying? And we wound up winning that game by about 3 points. 34-31, won by 3 points. And man, this game against them was no different because this time we only won by a touchdown. When last game we won by 3. And to me, the Commanders played a little tough. The Commanders could have won that football game. They won a football game that had been the upset special of the game, but it wasn't because the 49ers lost. The 49ers are now 5-3, and man, this is crazy. So, and then the Bengals beat the 49ers, and I really can't believe that. So something is going on with the 49ers. And I think Dallas won yesterday too, I believe. Dallas is 6-2. I mean 5-2. They 5-2. No, 6-2. Yeah, they 6-2. They on our trail by 2 games. One game. I mean, this is really tough. It's really tough to pick on because the stats itself, you know, it's just outrageous. And I mean, it's a victory. I'm glad we got the victory. A win is a win, but the Eagles should have put up more points than this. And not to mention the 2 fumbles in this game. They fumbled both balls close to the red zone. 2 fumbles close to the red zone, and this is what we fans have been hooping, hollering about for the longest. They keep fumbling in the red zone. Between the red zone, between from 5 yards to the end zone, we've been fumbling balls or throwing picks for some reason, and I don't understand that. It's like we are a turnover machine. There have been many teams that have beaten us because we turned the football over more than twice. The Jets is a prime example. Where Hurst threw 3 interceptions in that game. 3 interceptions. That's the most he threw in one game alone. And he threw 1 interception in the Miami Dolphins game. The Miami Dolphins the Eagles defense saved our highs in that game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we fumbling the football. If we ain't fumbling it, we throwing it to the opposing defense, and it's really sick. So I'm hoping now the next game is to get the Dallas Cowboys in Philadelphia. Now the Cowboys are coming in I'm not gonna say they're red hot, but they're coming in kind of warm, ready to beat on the Eagles because of our situation of turning the football over. And they know we turned the football over at an alarming rate. That needs to change because the Cowboys got a very fast defense. Their defense is extremely fast, led by none other than the number 11 himself. I can't think of man. The boy named the tip of my tongue. I think of it at some point. But Cowboy defense is extremely fast, and so the Eagles coming in. I'm not taking sure if we are favored to win the football game, it won't be by much. If we beat the Cowboys and next Sunday coming up, we are on a tiebreaker against the Commanders. We beat the Commanders twice, so the tiebreaker is over with the Commanders. But if we beat the Cowboys, we have the tiebreaker over them. And the New York Giants, we ain't got to worry about New York Giants because New York Giants only got 3 wins this season. They 3-5. 2-5 if they 2-6 or 3-5, 1 of the 2. But I do know that We got a tough stretch of games coming up. The 49ers, even though the 49ers are 5-3, they still a tough opponent. Even though the Cowboys are 6-2, they still a tough opponent. And the Kansas City Chiefs lost yesterday as well. I meant to say they are still a tough opponent. So we got 3 teams. So we got 3 or 5 teams. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are 6-2. So we got 4 or 5 teams we got to play this season that are tough on. I think we got 2 home games against 2. We got 2 home games against 4 tough games. 2 of them games are at home, 2 are on the road. So these problems got to be solved before we play the Cowboys. And I'm hoping Nick Sirianni figure out some way to get the team better in red zone situations, because we can't be afforded to be turning the ball over in the red zone, because it's a known fact, and most teams know this, that we are fumbling or turning the ball over beyond the 5-yard line on the opposing team's side of the football, side of the field. They need to stop. It really does, because if we don't, our turnovers would be the detrimental of us. And I really don't want to sound negative, but the negative points that we're leaving on the field is costing us games and costing us points. And we got to kind of scratch and claw to win these football games. Washington Commanders is a prime example. Both of those games, we had to scratch and claw to win, to beat them. Same for the LA Rams. We scratch and claw to beat them. We had scratch and claw to beat the New England Patriots. All these games that the Eagles have won, we have to stretch and claw. Even the Miami Dolphins game was a stretch and claw. Hold on for a minute. So it's gonna get to a point where the stretching and clawing is gonna get to a point where we're gonna get our claws plucked from our nails, and we're gonna be scratching up the skin to the claws. So this needs to change. I'm hoping that the offensive staff and the defensive staff get their shit together, get this team prepared to beat the Cowboys face to face, because the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys are 6-2, we still got to go in there on our home turf and beat them. So this needs to change this week. Anyway, enough had to be said. Like I said, I'm gonna make a video later on this week. I'm gonna make a video. All right, now I'm gonna make a video later this week about Jalen Carter's situation. I'm hoping that I hope the MRI comes to him against, because like I said, he had a back injury in this game. So I'm hoping that, in that game that passed, they say he had a back injury. He tried to go back into the game, and still the back injury was worse than what it was. So he never played no more in this game, in that game against the Commanders last week. So look like our defensive rookie of the week, of the year. If he can't stay healthy on the field, he might not win defensive rookie of the year. He might not even win it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the second injury that he's had this season. Last week before that, he had a bum ankle, and now this week he has a back injury. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it might be over. He might want to. He probably being overused. The Eagles might have to limit his snaps whenever he come back to play. Because defensive rookie, because he had 3.5 sacks, I think 3.5 sacks, maybe 4. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I do know he needs to. They need to get him prepared and ready to roll in the coming games this year. So, without any further ado, you guys enjoy your Monday, and I am out of here. Look for upcoming videos coming up in the near future this week, and I will see you guys later. Holla back.